All right, y'all, so here I go. Army tells you to move, you gotta move. Got a new assignment coming up. I'm getting ready to go right now to go get my immunizations, go get my shots. Couple things I gotta do before I get ready to go, y'all. Y'all rock with your boy, man. Here we go.
Do one in each arm.
Okay.
Here we go. Yep, just try to relax a little bit.
Get ready to get a shot, y'all.
This one's your typhoid.
All right.
And the other side is your JV.
All right.
That is it, sir.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all, so here I am about an hour away from base. Today I had to take a trainee and two of her battle buddies to a doctor's appointment that's an hour away. And I gotta say, man, being out here, when you come away and you get into the civilian population and you're in your uniform, I don't know, there's something about the appreciation that people have for what it is that we do. It's just something about it, man. And being humble about it, because I don't do this for I'm not in the military and a drill sergeant for the recognition of people that are not in the military or for the praise or for anything like that. That's the farthest thing from what I originally joined the military for. But to see how much people really appreciate it though, that's another thing, man. It is another thing, and it makes me feel really good. It makes me feel really good to have people say thank you. And if they didn't, it's no big deal. I don't expect them to anyway. I'm minding my own business. I go into the gas station to get an energy drink and I look for a pen. They didn't sell any pens, but as I get in there, there's probably 6 or 7 people in line waiting to pay for their stuff. I get my drink, I stand in line. I had 2 people offer to pay for my stuff. And of course I declined hastily. Like, oh, no, not at all, ma'am. Not at all. No, sir. No, ma'am. I appreciate it, but no, ma'am. The female said, Lynch, why don't you go ahead and, put your drink on the counter and let me pay for it? And I said, oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, not at all, ma'am. I didn't say no thing. I just said, not at all, ma'am. And she's like, really? She was like, okay. And I said, no, thank you. I said, but I do appreciate it, ma'am. I would not let her pay for my drink at all. You know what I mean? I can do it. I can do it myself. But it was a really nice gesture. I really did appreciate it. And she was trying to say thank you for what I do. Thank you for what you do. She wanted to give back to me for the time that I unknowingly give for people. I don't recognize that that's what I'm actually doing. I recognize that I'm getting up in the morning, I'm going to work, I'm providing for my family, I'm being motivation for trainees, I'm training them and trying to show them. A lot of them are young and young-minded, so I'm trying to show them how to be professional soldiers in the Army. That's what I'm trying to show these trainees how to do. The basic things that they need to know that we're supposed to teach them in basic training. Some of this stuff, some of them aren't even going to use. And if they do, it's probably not going to be very often, some of them, but it's still just stuff that we have to teach them, for the history, the tradition. Some of it, this stuff really does matter that we're teaching them. It's about a frame of mind, and it's about a lifestyle, and it's about what we do every day, the stuff that we're teaching trainees. But it just makes me feel freaking awesome to know that people really appreciate it, because that's the last thing on my mind every day when I get up. I don't get up and go work in the civilian population. And I definitely don't need anyone to say thank you to me or anything like that. Thank you for your service. None of that. It's not about that at all. It really isn't. I originally joined the Army so that I can go buy some furniture one day and have some money saved up that I can get an apartment. That's where my focus was, to get an apartment with some furniture and have a car so that me and my wife, so I could marry my girlfriend and she could be my wife. That was, at minimum, that was it. I didn't say I want to join and become a certain rank and I want to teach people this and teach people that. I didn't think about it. I didn't think about being a drill sergeant until well after I was out of basic training. That wasn't even an option of mine. Like, I could join and be a drill sergeant one day. I didn't think about that. I just wanted to get some furniture, have some money to pay for a car, to pay for an apartment, so that me and my girlfriend can be together. That's it. Kind of makes me feel like a part of our job at some point in the military should be to get in uniform and to go do some kind of community service, because a lot of times we don't know how much people really appreciate it, how much the civilians appreciate it. And I feel like it would be some kind of motivation, especially to the trainees who all they know at this time is basic training, and we got to get up early and do this, and we're dealing with this with these battle buddies who treat me like this, or I'm thinking about this back at home and stuff like that. I feel like it would really do some good for the trainees to know how much people really appreciate what they do. But the only thing is we're gonna have to get out there and get into the community and actually do some things for the people. I don't know, it makes me want to look up and find some stuff that civilians need help with that they would appreciate and go do it for them. Go do it because someone would like it if we did it. I think that's the reason why. And I feel like that mind frame would help a lot more people, would help us all as a species, a human species, if we would think about, hey, what would someone like if we did, Well, why did you do this? Because I thought you would like it. Why'd you do this? I knew that you would like if I did this. Not because, I do this because I want people to like me, or I do this because I want you to tell me that you appreciate me. Not that, but just because we know that someone else could benefit from it. We know that it would help someone else. If we would think about stuff like that in the world, I think it would help to solve a lot of the stupid stuff that we're going through nowadays. And I also was thinking about the people who, they're holding the door open for you. Hey, thank you. Just want to tell you thank you. Just want to tell you thank you. I just can't believe 2 people offered to pay for my stuff. 2 people offered to pay for my stuff. And then on top of that, just because I was in uniform, everyone started talking to me. There was like 5 or 6 different people talking and laughing right along with us. The line was so long, and the guy was like, yeah, man, your enlisted contract is going to be up by the time you get around there. So, of course, we laughed about that. There's another sign up. There's another sign up enlistment right up there at the front desk, too. So we were laughing. There was another female who she didn't say anything to me at all, but she laughed in the situation with us. It was just cool. The other guy was like, yeah, man, I love the way your uniform looks. I love that kind of camouflage compared to this and that, blah, 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 whatever. I really like the way it looks when you're actually in the woods. You know what I mean? Had another guy in the hospital when I dropped off the trainees. Yeah, I have a daughter who was, I think he said a daughter or a niece or something. I have a daughter or a niece who was born where you're stationed at. And I told him, I said, well, my daughter was born there too. So I don't know. We got to realize as a military community that there are people out there in this world that really do appreciate what we do. Even if we don't do anything for them, just us enlisting and joining the Army and training to be ready for if something does happen, people really appreciate that. I look at the elderly people, the people who, they're walking around with walkers, or, they're walking really slow because they're in pain and that's how they've been walking. I don't know. I look at stuff like that, and to know that we're working and doing something to help these people out, or the people who can't join the military, or the people who maybe they were too afraid to join the military, something like that. It really makes me appreciate my job, man. It makes me appreciate it. And what I'm going to try and do is use this situation and what I went through today as a little bit of motivation to help me keep on pushing at the end. Because I tell you, that's the last thing that I think. I don't think at all. I don't think about that I'm helping the community. I'm helping the nation. That's the last thing that's on my mind. We got to realize that that's what we're doing. We're doing something. We're doing things, and we're taking our time to train and be ready if something happens. We're doing that for the people of the United States. So I don't know. It's a really big deal, man. It really is a big deal when people decide to sign up and join the military. It's crazy. And I'm not going to say that people should be thankful that we're doing it, but we need to realize what we're actually doing as soldiers in the Army. We need to realize, we need to know that people really do appreciate it. Some of us need that little bit of motivation to keep going. We don't need to be praised. I don't do it for praise, but just to know that people do appreciate what I'm doing. Because like I said, that's the furthest thing from my mind. Like, do they appreciate it? I just get up every morning and shave and brush my teeth and go report. I don't want to be in trouble for being late. I want people to know at my job, especially the trainees, like, I'm here just like you are. That's my reason. And to take care of my family, that's my reason for getting up every morning to do what I do. You know, it's extra. It's just that icing on the cake that the people actually really do appreciate what I'm doing. Really do appreciate it, man. Thank y'all for your time. I'm out. Deuces.